Hat or no hat today? I'm thinking hat. I think hat. Nah. No hat. No hat today. Hey guys, what's going on? It's BASHER coming at you today in Raid Shadow Legends. Welcome to the video, guys. How are you all doing? I'm doing fantastic. You guys ever heard of the great courses? Man, I am binging those lately. I am so into it. Check it out on audible.com. If you guys don't have it already, definitely look into Audible. Like, audio is my life. I'm listening to Big History, The Big Bang, Life on Earth, and the Rise of Humanity, and it is just gripping right now. I'm so into it. Anyway, I take a pause from that to talk about one of my favorite epic champions inside the entire game, guys. It is Basher. Basher's a champion that not a lot of people talk about, and boy, do I love him. So today, I asked you in yesterday's video, actually, or in 2 videos ago, I forgot, if you want to see Platinum Arena kind of high-end teams. I've been reticent to do that in the past because I want this channel to appeal to all the players out there, especially kind of newer players and players who are just kind of progressing like 99% of the players inside Raid Shadow Legends. However, from time to time, based on your feedback, I will start sprinkling in endgame content for those of you who enjoy it. Even if you can't build these champions the way that I am in today's video on Basher, for example, you can certainly take some inspiration out of what the champion can do.
Oh, a man can dream, though. A man can dream.
And, you know, maybe you just enjoy it for the entertainment value. So anyway, with all that said, let's go ahead and find my Basher. I built him a very different way than people typically build Basher. Now, first off, I'm going to be highlighting him inside the arena Basher. However, you can really use this champion in a variety of different areas, not just inside the arena. He's got a pretty useful A3, Cause Fear. It's a 4-time at random, block buffs for 2 turns on a 4-turn cooldown. So not too bad at 100% land rate. I wish this was an AoE, but, you know, the rest of his kit makes up for it because Stinging Blast is like a mini Yumeko, a mini Warlord ability. Now listen, Yumeko and Warlord are better than Basher, right? Basher's different. He definitely brings something a little bit extra to the table and a little bit more damage, arguably, and also the block buff. So he has a unique kit. However, you know, Warlord and Yumeko are probably 2 of the best champions inside the entire game. You know, Yumeko has this ability, Dance of Time, decrease cooldown of all ally skills by 3 turns, increases cooldown of all enemy skills by 3 turns. Okay, well, that's pretty OP. And then, of course, Warlord has the the ability that might be the most broken inside the entire game, truthfully, guys. So yeah, let's look at Orcish Rituals. If I can pull the dude up. Where are you, Warlord? I know you're staring me right in the face somewhere. Wait, do I have him +1?
A little privacy, please.
I have him +1. Okay, that's why. Orcish Rituals, man. Attacks all enemies. 100% chance of putting each target skills on cooldown. Not 2 turns, just forever cooldown. And then a 60% chance when booked of fully depleting their turn meter as well. I mean, that ability is just broken in the arena. However, you might not have Warlord. You might want to try one of the most compelling epic Void champions in the game in Basher. So Basher is an attack-based champion. He has a weaken on his A1 at a very dependable land rate at 75%, so he can be solid against bosses if you're looking for some DPS. That also has a guaranteed or close to guaranteed weaken, 80% if you pick up the Sniper Mastery on his A1. So, you know, you could do a lot worse here. But as we said, he's really known, again, for the arena. He also has HP in all battles by 25%. So I told you I built him a little bit differently here, and a lot of it pertains to the team that I have around him, the 2 teams that I'm going to be showcasing in today's video in Platinum Arena. But first, let's take a look at his total stats here, then we'll take a look at the artifacts and the masteries that I went with, and talk to you a little bit about why I made the decisions that I did. So 38k HP. I want his HP to be as high as possible for the team that I'm going to first highlight him on. As high as possible, but still remaining the lowest HP on our team because I'm going to have Nekret the Great on the team to start out with a Ally Protect and a block debuffs. That's why I don't have him in immunity gear. Untouchable or immunity is probably going to be the way to go unless you're lucky enough to have a Nekret the Great because you want him to stay un-CC. Does that make sense? Either that or high resist, building him very, very high resist. Today, I tried to thread the needle and get the best of all worlds, right? So I sacrificed damage, I already have a DPS on the team. It's going to be Rhodos, the Lost Groom. So I don't really care so much about DPS. However, he could be kind of a quasi or secondary nuker on your team as well. He's that good in terms of damage potential on this champion. We do have a lot of accuracy, 517. And a decent amount of resist. I'm also going to be running a resist or a lead, giving another, I think, 80 or 90 or 100 resist, depending if we go with Sify or Razin or Lydia. Today's video will go with Sify, so that's going to help out as well. That's going to cause him to resist some removals, right? Because he's going to have that block debuffs from Necrit that can be removed. His Ally Protect cannot be removed, but the block debuffs can. We don't want him to be frozen or you know, anything. We don't want him to be CC'd in any way. So defense priority, you want him to be a little bit tanky on the team, the go second team that I'm going to be highlighting today. But again, we tried to thread the needle because the most important stat on this dude is accuracy. We need accuracy to pull off that Stinging Blast A2 ability. And then resist, I tried to stack as much as I could. I also put triple reaction, my bad, blood shield reaction. I thought I went triple reaction, but 25% chance to change a critical hit into a normal when attacked before the first turn. Again, on a go second team, this is a great strategy to keep some of your squishier champions alive. So I went with double a reaction on Basher here, right? So I'm looking for resistance and accuracy. I wish I could have gotten a better amulet there, but you know,
A man can dream.
I mean, it's still really good, but I would have preferred, obviously, in a perfect world, 2 resistance and 2 accuracy rolls there. We also have accuracy on the banner, looking for speed as a substat. And then we have HP and some defense, some HP as well on the ring. Again, trying to keep this dude alive is part of the goal here. For that reason as well, we did go defense percentage on the gauntlets. Now, we're fighting an uphill battle with Basher, guys. His defense is low at 903, and his HP is really low at 13k. So you'll notice on champions like this, any champion on your account that has really low base stats, I try to get my HP and my defense, in this case, a lot of HP and some defense, from my accessories because they're flat stats. Percentage-based gear, even though that's the king in Raid Shadow Legends, that's what you want generally in your middle row here, it doesn't go, it doesn't stretch as far when your champion that you're trying to build off of only has a 903 base defense. It does not scale as well. Same thing with his HP. So I tried to get that value from my accessories, right? So we went defense percentage on the gauntlets, and then went resist on the chest. We went speed on the boots, and then we're just looking for, again, speed substats, accuracy substats primarily. So some speed and some accuracy. I could definitely probably go in there and get another 50 to 100 accuracy, another 50 to 100 resist as well, if I took better gear off of some of the champions that I use a little bit more often than Basher. For Masteries, we picked up Eagle Eye as our tier 6 option. Again, this is a very specific arena build here, guys. You can definitely, build him into a nuker and go Helm Smasher if you want to, right? Depends on what you need and depends on what gear and champions you have surrounding this champion. So we went defense tree, kind of an unorthodox branch here. I just kind of took what I thought I could use, starting out with some resist, going with improved parry, which is fantastic for any go second champion, pretty much mandatory or very close to. Decrease the damage received by this champion by 8% when this champion is hit with a critical hit. That's going to help you stay alive from their nukers, obviously, who are going to be hitting you with a critical hit. After that, we went and picked up Resurgent. We went down here, we picked up Cycle of Revenge. I'm a big fan of Cycle of Revenge Mastery. I think it's a bit maybe underrated. 50% chance of increasing turn meter by 15% when an ally is attacked with a critical hit. That's fantastic. Gives them a little bit of a boost, especially in the beginning of the battle, right? And then Retribution. And as I mentioned, guys, I did go down and pick up Eagle Eye. Master Hexer has a chance at extending the block buffs on his A3 ability. Also picked up Lore of Steel and Evil Eye, right? To reduce turn meter on his first A1 usage. So that is the build. Really can't wait to show this dude to you. So let's just jump right into the arena, and I'll show you the teams that I've been using here lately in Plat. So I really want to stay up late, dude. It's 4 a.m. This is my my big whiny session. I'm sorry, guys. Fast forward 10 seconds if you don't care. I really want to stay up till 4 a.m. to try to finish like as high as I can, obviously. But I have to bring my son to school at 6:30 in the morning, man. I'm too old, bro. I cannot operate in 2.5 hours sleep.
Whoa. Look at these wrinkles. What is holding this woman together? What the? How long has that been there?
I don't know how I do, but what I did anyway, I don't know why I do it. It's like a waste of time. But what I do is I stay up till like, midnight or so, and I just grind and get as high as I can and just leave it there. Obviously, I'm not going to finish still in platinum because I'll be attacked and I'll lose, right? But I just do it for the heck of it. And I was able to push up to top 5. Again, that really means nothing because it's the final stretch, the home stretch of every season at the end of the week that it really matters, right? That the real players kind of show what they have. But I think I can do it with a team similar to this one. So let me go ahead and pick a random team here. I'm going to start with, I try to avoid with a team like this, Yumeko and Warlord, because I don't have a great solution to their block cooldown skills. I could put in I could switch the team up quite a bit here, but let me show you team number 1. It's very similar, but I took out Ursula from the team that I had been using, and now I have Basher, Rotos, Siphi, and Nekrit the Great. I also want to go ahead and show you guys, just so you can see how the team works, what I do with skill priorities here. So Rotos, I'm actually starting off with the A3, which hits a lot harder than his A2 ability, and we can get an extra turn if it kills an enemy. Sometimes he'll go in with his A2, so you want to make sure if you're using Rotos, you go in there and switch that around as well. Now, Nekrit the Great, I have in Stone Skin. Because I have him in Stone Skin, I don't want him leading off with an ally attack because it grants an extra turn if no enemies are killed during this attack, and he has a Stone Skin, for 2 turns. So granting the extra turn would, wipe that Stone Skin from him because it's a 6-piece set, so I don't want him granting that extra turn at the beginning of the battle. Instead, he's going to use the distribute.
What did you just say?
The A3, the distributing infusion, and put that on Rotos, right? So Basher is going to be leading off with his Stinging Blast ability. So that is the squad. Let's go ahead and see how we do here. You guys can see how it works. The nice thing is again, on a team like this, when you build Basher, so he's not your DPS, you can see starting out, as I mentioned there, guys, with Nekrit's ability, and, we're in Platinum Arena right now, right? So obviously the opponent has a lot of accuracy, a lot more resist on Kymar, so we did get CC'd in the beginning here. The nice thing is, look at all these buffs from the opponents. There's a lot of them, right? They're really, really annoying. However, there's not going to really matter with the Stinging Blast ability. Block debuffs does not work against cooldown skill abilities. So they went, Magnar already took his first nuke against us. We go in there and you can see increased cooldown. Now they're just going to be limited to their A1s. So really how this team works here is that Basher is our control champion. He's built fast, right? Siphi's a little bit faster than him, so you can lead off with the turn meter boost, the increased speed, all the buffs, and then it's just going to be up to Rotos to slowly but surely kill all of these opponents one at a time here. So I'm going to take it off of auto. This one's going a little bit long, and I want to try to take out Siphi first, and this team's really stacked. A team like this...
If you kill me, I will kill you.
It might take a few minutes. It might take a few minutes. Where do you guys do most of your arena battling anyway? I do mine, strangely enough. I hate to be that guy, but I do it at the gym. Okay, now we can take out Siphi. A3's up, boom, dead. Take an extra turn. Let's come in here and kill Kymar. And the rest is going to be easy peasy. Even though we do lose Nekrit and Basher there, it's not that big of a deal because we already have the team, the revivers down. We don't really, Spirit Affinity here. We're going to be just fine against Valkyrie and Magnar. And there we go. 1 and make it 2. Oh, very close there. What I want to do is just kind of go down the line. Again, avoiding the Yumeko teams, though. All right. Let's go. There she is, man. She's tough. She's tough. Let's go against this Siphi team here, okay? So it's another Siphi team. They have Ramatu, who's going to neutralize our passives on these champions, which can be a pain. So block passive skills, block passive skills. We have the Stone Skin, as I mentioned, on Nekrit. Siphi's going to come in here, place all her buffs. Then we can come in here and let's try to take out... I don't know if we're going to be able to one-shot Siphi, but let's try. Ooh, so close, man. So close.
I still can't.
We'll get her on the next one. So Nekrit does have 2 turns of Stone Skin. As we mentioned, I want to go ahead and protect Rotos here. And then we can just put it on auto for a minute. Unfortunately, with a team like this, is you really got to take it off auto sometimes, or it can last forever, these battles. The good news is we don't really die. The bad news is, and you can see Siphi's blocking that debuff too. The bad news is we... all right, let's see if we can CC Arbiter. These battles take longer. However, guys, honestly, Dude, I've been loving Arena lately. Even Tag Team Arena, it's like my guilty pleasure. I know most people still aren't a big fan of it, but boy, oh boy, oh boy, I've just been like, I don't know what it is. I don't know, like, because I didn't play Arena for months on end, and then just suddenly he landed both of the decreased skills there on Rotos and Ramatu there too. So this one's already in the bag. But man, I don't know what it is, but lately I've just been enjoying building different teams, trying different compositions, such as this one with Basher. So if you guys want to see other like kind of champion spotlights on teams like this here in Platinum, go ahead and let me know in the comments below, guys. If you have any recommendations, I'd love to share them with you. All right, let's go against this Cardiel team. They have Trunda too, so very, very good, tanky, fast team. We're going to have to stay alive, and I'm a little bit worried that we might not be able to stay alive. So what I would do is put Ursica back on this team for this squad. As a matter of fact, I think I'm not going to face him because I think it's going to be a big L. Let's go ahead and face 2 Warlord teams in a row. Let's face this team here. Mithrala is everywhere in the game right now. Let me know if you want to see a guide on her, especially an arena guide. Increases this champion's resistance. The amount is increased is equal to the amount of accuracy this champion has. This makes her, you know, basically untouchable in terms of resistance. You build her with a tremendous amount of accuracy, and then, you know, you even look for additional resistance substats, and she's a monster, you know? All right, so let's go ahead and go against this squad. And then I will show you a different sort of team. A different sort of team with these champions as well. So we'll go in Siphi. We'll come in here again with the Stinging Blast. Let's slow it down and see if it lands. It's not going to land on Mithrala, resisted, but everybody else it landed on. We already talked about Mithrala just now, why she's so freaking good. All right, so everybody has Revive on Death on right now. So this is kind of, you know, we'll see if we can kill Cardi. We can't even touch Cardiel, man. It might take a little while again, but this is what I actually really enjoy. I really, you know, I spent 3 years speed farming my Great Hall, and I never really took the time to sit back and actually enjoy Arena. You know, I was all about speed, all about medals, all about upgrading my Great Hall, and I didn't really, you know, I guess that's the easiest way I can put it is I didn't sit down and critically think about teams, think about different artifact combinations. You could argue too on a team like this, maybe taking Necret out of a Stone Skin and putting him in protection gear to maybe protect that block debuffs, although it's only a 30% chance on a 6-peak set. So, I mean, I don't know, but again, experimenting with different comps, different teams here has always been incredibly fun to me. So we're in kind of a precarious situation right now, guys. We might, I don't think we're going to lose. We're going to have to wait a whole nother rotation, though. Siphi comes in with a big buff. I think we have Stinging Blast up again. Let's see. His Rotos takes down my Necret. Not a big deal there. We'll pick him right back up with Siphi on the next turn. I hope that we can reduce cooldown right now. We can. All right, let's see if we can land it again on everybody except for, yep, we did, except for Mithrala. That's fantastic. Let's come in here and, well, this is a crappy situation as well, because Revive on Death, Revive on Death, Revive on Death, and then Rotos is going to have the block. So let's just go ahead again and keep going after Cardiel here. He's going to Revive on Death. We're going to get extra turn, though, and hopefully pop him down the second time, which we do. So if he's going to go, we're going to go ahead and revive Necret, and we're right back in business. As I mentioned, take a little bit of time, excuse me, but we're going to get the job done here. Let's go after Rotos here. Try to take care of the DPS, get an extra turn, go after Rotos again. Decrease attack on him, which is fantastic. He hits hard. Rotos is another champion who I honestly didn't play a ton of back in the day when he was super meta. He is still, but you know, back when he was just broken good, right, with the deny revival on like every time, not predicated on his max HP. But anyway, now I love Rotos, man. He's like my dude now. He's my dude. Siphi Rotos combo, man. All right, so this team is down. And again, Basher's just, it's weird because he's kind of like an unsung hero a little bit, right? Because he's not doing flashy damage. He doesn't have all the sexy buffs, or all the sexy debuffs for that matter. But he has that one ability that I think a lot of players maybe have him in the vault, or maybe they just don't take advantage of. They don't think about running him in a non-DPS build like we just saw there, you know? Let me go ahead and show you a... we'll see how we do here. I'm just going to go on a nukage team, like a go first team. He's not quite fast enough, but we're not going against a fast team. They do have high resistance. Let's just see how we do here. All right, so we're going to take it off auto again. We're going to lead off with Arbiter. Going to come in here with a Stinging Blast. Let's see. They have high resist. We only have 500. Increased cooldown. We got 2 resist, I believe, on Duchess and on Lydia. And then they land all the debuffs. We might be toast here, guys, on Rhodos' next turn. He's going to take down 2 of us, I think. We'll see, though. Here it goes. You got to kill everybody, Genbo. Boom! And that's not a kill everybody. Oh, no. Oh no. Oh no. Rhodos is going ham on the squad. All right, guys. Well, hey, we pride ourselves on showing you wins and losses here on the channel, and this is going to be a big fat L. The problem is a team like this could work beautifully not in Platinum Arena, or if I just had better gear / speeds on my characters. One thing to note here as well is that 500 accuracy is truthfully a bit on the low side for Platinum Arena, right? Almost anywhere else in the game, you're looking pretty good. I figured I'd get the revive on death. I'm not going to be able to lap. We've lost this one. We've lost this one. But yeah, so, you know, I'll try to find an easier team to show you guys, but you get the point, right? Build them really, really fast. Use them in the role of kind of like a Cornelia or a Prince Kaimar or whoever your CC champion is. And then, see, this is an easier team. We'll go ahead and show you here. Use him in that sort of way, and you're going to be golden, right? This is especially beneficial. Like, why would you even want to use a team like this? Why would you want to use Basher here? It's especially beneficial if you don't have the speed gear on your debuffer and your nuker, right? So you have your best speed gear on your speed lead, in this case, Arbiter, right? So Arbiter, we're going to land it on everybody here. There we go. So everybody's neutralized. They can only use their A1s. But as I was saying, sorry, I'm all scatterbrained today. It's especially useful because you don't have to concern yourself so much with the speed on your nuker and your debuffer because you're removing 2 turns of all of their cooldown skills on the enemy team. So it buys you time. You just have to contend with their A1s. It's almost like a speed hack, if you will, on a go second team or a go first team. So guys, that's going to do it for the video. I hope you enjoyed Basher as much as I do. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, take care, guys.